Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Finally, we get to do scores. Finally, we've made it. 256-576-4977. Welcome into the show. Round one of the high school football playoffs beginning tonight. You know, it's an accomplishment just to be one of the 32 teams playing tonight. We're going to cut the field in half after tonight, and we're going to get you right. Let's get going with some of these scores. Let's hit our Class 7A playoff scores.
Class 7A scores.
Class 7A has not been kind in the postseason to North Alabama teams. 2014, the first year when the playoffs began for Class 7A, North Alabama teams all time going into tonight, just 4-31 against Birmingham area teams in the playoffs. We start you with 10th ranked Austin playing host to 6th ranked Vestavia Hills. Austin 0-5 all time against Vestavia Hills, 3 of those coming in the playoffs, including last year's 52-10 setback. Austin's last playoff win coming back in 2017 when they were in Class 6A, 0-4 since moving up to Class 7A. And the Black Bears stumble tonight at home against Vestavia Hills, 38-17 your final. Thompson and Florence meeting last night. Second-ranked Thompson at home taking on the Florence Falcons. And Thompson, all Thompson in this one, they get the shutout win, 42-0. Hewitt-Trussville at home tonight, taking on Bob Jones. That's 9th-ranked Hewitt-Trussville. Bob Jones 2-5 all time against Hewitt-Trussville. Patriots' last playoff win coming back in 2013. Now it's when Kevin Rose, coach of the Patriots. It's not going to come tonight. Hewitt-Trussville way too much. They get a 56-14 win over Bob Jones. And then over at Madison City School Stadium, James Clemens welcoming Hoover. James Clemens, the number 1 seed in Class 7A Region 4. Hoover, the number 4 seed in Class 7A Region 3. James Clemens 0-2 all-time against Hoover, but both of those meetings very, very close. In 2019, they lost 23-20 in overtime in the second round of the playoffs. In 2016, they lost 14-7 in the second round of the playoffs. 2019, the last playoff win for the Jets, that coming in the first round against Vestavia Hills. Who was the head coach for James Clemens in that win? Wade Waldrop. Who's the head coach of Hoover? Wade Waldrop. Wade Waldrop making a return back to Madison City School Stadium tonight, coaching against his James Clemens Jets. Of course, Waldrop at James Clemens from 2013 to 2020, 54-35 all-time. His Jets head coach has the only 3 playoff wins in James Clemens football history. It's going to stay that way. Hoover comes on the road tonight. They get a win over James Clemens, 42-16. Let's get you Class 6A playoff scores.
Class 6A scores.
All right, Class 6A round 1 we go. Last night, 8th-ranked Mountain Brook at home against Buckhorn. And Mountain Brook all too tough. They would lead 28-0 at the break. They get a win 35-14 over the Bucks. Hey, Buckhorn had a great season. They're young. They were above 500 this year. Big things expected next year, though, in Newmarket. Clay Chalkville, the second-ranked team in Class 6A at home tonight, taking on Coleman. And Clay Chalkville, boy, oh boy, do they look good. Awfully tough is Clay Chalkville at home, and they make it. They get it done tonight, 49-6 over Coleman. Fort Payne at home tonight. All right, Fort Payne at home, Class 6A Region 8 champion, number 2 seed in Class 6A Region 8, taking on Mortimer Jordan, and it's Fort Payne getting a home win over Mortimer Jordan, 45-28. Fourth-ranked Muscle Shoals at home tonight, taking on Pinson Valley. Of course, Muscle Shoals, your region champs. And boy, they look good. Scott Baisden and company, they have a fantastic ball club again this year. 42-7, the final there. 6th-ranked Hartselle, your runner-up to Muscle Shoals in that region. They're at home tonight taking on Center Point, and Hartselle, boom, they're into the second round. They get a 28-18 win tonight over Center Point. Gadsden City, the Titans, awfully tough at home, and boy, they look good tonight as well in the first round. Pencil them into the second. They get a 44-16 win tonight over Gardendale. 7th-ranked Oxford, Athens. Oxford, wow, 45-27 winners tonight over the Golden Eagles. And Parker is awfully tough in Class 6A. They take on Mae Jemison last night, and Parker just way too much for Mae Jemison. They get the win last night, 62-14. Now, if you're Mae Jemison, now of course Parker, the 5th-ranked team in Class 6A. If you're Mae Jemison, you have nothing to hang your head on. You get into the playoffs this year with Rico White as your head coach. A lot of building blocks there on the north side for Mae Jemison. Let's take a look at the Jaguars real fast. They finished the year. They have 3 wins, but they got to win over Hazel Green, got to win over Lee, and got to win over Tanner this year. That win over Lee, a rivalry win, 1918 back on the 15th of September. So Rico White gets his team into the playoffs this year. First playoff appearance for Mae Jemison since 2020. All right, let's go into Class 5A.
Class 5A scores.
All right, Class 5A, 4th-ranked Pleasant Grove at home tonight, taking on Lawrence County. The Red Devils trying to nab a playoff win there. A playoff win for Lawrence County would be their first playoff win since, you got to go all the way back to 2001. Red Devils had not had a playoff win since 2001. Not this year, though. They run into a buzzsaw tonight against Pleasant Grove, 49-17. Southside Boaz. Now, this one here, we kind of circled this one at the beginning of the night because Southside and Boaz actually met during the regular season. And this one was a classic during the regular season. Back on the 29th of September, Southside played host to Boaz. They got a win, did Southside, 48-45 in overtime. Had a feeling usually the rematch doesn't live up to the original one, and it did tonight. Boaz goes on the road tonight against Southside and gets a 10-7 win against Southside. For the Boaz Pirates, that was a pretty big playoff win, and head coach Jeremy Sullivan. Why? Because that is the first playoff win for the Pirates since 2008. So congratulations to Boaz getting their first playoff win since 2008 with head coach Jeremy Sullivan. Fairview and John Carroll. Fairview came in ranked 9th in Class 5A at home, taking on John Carroll. And the Fairview Aggies come up short tonight at home in a close one, by the way. John Carroll just a little too much. They get a win 22-14. Fairview trying to build off the successful 2021 season, but they come up a little short tonight. Gunnersville and Springville. Gunnersville, the 8th-ranked team in 5A to end the regular season at home tonight. They look impressive. They get a 31-7 win over Springville. 6th-ranked Moody on the road at Scottsboro tonight. And Scottsboro, we've talked a lot about them on this show this year with head coach Chris Bell. We've highlighted them a few times. They felt good coming into the playoffs tonight, but they get stung at home by Moody, 28-10 the final. The Blue Devils move on in the playoffs. Scottsboro was trying to get playoff wins in back-to-back years. Fairfield and Russellville tonight. Russellville, congratulations to the Golden Tigers. They get it done 38-21. Arab on the road tonight at 5th-ranked Leeds. and leads just a little too much over the Knights. Leeds gets it 33-7. Second-ranked Ramsey at home shutting out West Point 50-0. Let's bounce into Class 4A.
Class 4A scores.
All right, the North Jackson Chiefs had a great end to the regular season. They came in playing some really good football in Class 4A. North Jackson had won 4 of the last 5 to close out the year. Going on the road tonight to take on Haleyville. Haleyville just a little too much in this one. They get the win 33-14 over North Jackson. Fourth-ranked Cherokee County at home tonight against Central Florence. And Cherokee County way too much. They get a 56-28 win. 10th-ranked Corner traveling to take on Randolph, a game our Huntsville audience heard over on 97.7 ESPN The Zone 3. And the Randolph Raiders at home tonight for back-to-back playoff seasons. They were at home last year to start the playoffs. They were at home tonight to start the playoffs. First time that has happened in school history, but Corner comes up, and they don't play nice. The visiting team gets a 42-21 win over Randolph. West Morgan, the 5th-ranked team in Class 4A, the most prolific scoring offense in the state, the number 1 scoring offense in the state, that is. I guess that would be prolific as well. West Morgan shuts out Etowah 56-0. Deschler gets a win over Fultondale tonight at home, 43-27. Westminster Christian Academy, big one for them tonight. They get a win over Oak Grove, 35-13. And Brandon Mush was on fire tonight. 305 yards, 5 touchdowns for Brandon Mush. All right, 256-576-4977. Let's get out to the phone lines real fast. One more score, though. How about this? The Priceville Bulldogs go on the road tonight. Priceville, the 4th seed in the region, goes on the road against number 1 seed Dora. Priceville gets it done, 18-14. Let's get out to the phone lines. Bubba is with us this evening. Good evening, Bubba.
Hey, good to hear you guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, look, so great game tonight. Dogs from Priceville came ready to play a prolific offense that we were facing in Dora, but I believe they were averaging about 40 points a game this year, but we held them 14 points. So great job by Coach Potter and the defense. But, yeah, we just held on to the ball and did what we do, run the ball, play good defense, and try to keep a high prolific offense on the sideline. So we came out the winners.
Yep, congratulations there. And got to go on the road as the 4th seed, and you were right. Dora came in tonight averaging over 38 points on the offensive side of the football. You hold them to 14. That's what postseason football is all about. Defense, defense, defense.
You got it right. Yeah, and actually the 2 scores they had, one was a scooping score where they scored on a fumble that we pitched out. That was within the first 3 minutes of the game, and then they had a last play of the first half, a double pass. They passed out to the flat, and the wide receiver was streaking down the sideline, and they hit him. So those were the only 2 plays. So you're right. Defense played out tonight, and, we got the W. So we're real proud of these guys. Last one thing I want to say, though, real quick, not only proud of them on the field, but these guys are great ambassadors and representatives of our neighborhood as well. So proud of the coaches and the players. They do a good job representing Priceville. So go Dogs.
All right, thanks so much, Bubba, for the phone call as well. 256-576-4977. You can be a part of the program tonight as well. One quick note in Class 5A, not within our region. 3rd-ranked Central of Clay County. They fall tonight to UMS Wright, 7-0 there. All right, we keep moving on. Aniana and Brooks. 9th-ranked Aniana at home taking on Brooks tonight. And it's Brooks, the Lions. They get it done tonight, 56-42 over Aniana. How about T.R. Miller and Anniston? T.R. Miller at home tonight taking on Anniston. T.R. Miller 4 better. Close one there, 20-16. And 8th-ranked Jacksonville at home tonight, taking on Bayside Academy. And it's Jacksonville coming away your winner, 35-7. All right, so we've made it through 7, 6, 5, and 4. We got 3, 2, and 1 left to go with the scores, but we've got to get that first break in. When we come back, it's more of the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Philip Love of not only Eagle Insulation, now he represents Eagle Companies. Eagle through the years have added several companies to help individuals or builders through their construction renovation process. Eagle is known to represent quality, efficiency, and professionalism. Philip, I know you do insulation, but do you do masonry?
We do.
Do you do grading, erosion control, and dirt hauled off?
We do.
Do you do afterpaint, which includes shower doors, mirrors, shelving blinds, and bath hardware?
Yes, we do, Wes.
Do you do landscaping and irrigation?
Yes, we do.
So basically, Eagle can help you all along your process of building your house or doing renovations. So do you do plumbing?
We do not, Wes, but we can find somebody to do it.
Just give them time. They'll be there. Anyway, call Eagle Insulation at
256-755-1556.
Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money. Call Eagle today.
Thanks, Wes.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that His mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
This is Wes Neighbors sitting here with Stan McDonald. Stan, tell everybody why you're the best damn dirt lawyer in North Alabama.
Yes, Wes, at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. You know I'm a dirt lawyer, and a lot of our friends know that, which means we specialize in real estate. Now, if you own real estate or you're buying it or you're selling it, you need to do a closing, but a lot of times there's legal issues associated with that. We're a great group to talk to. My son, Lewis McDonald, heads our commercial closing division, and we approach your real estate needs very seriously. We seek to be the premier real estate closing company in North Alabama, and we do it in such a way it shows that we're experienced, we're for your success. We like to handle your real estate needs the same way Coach Dan Reeves used to say, never let them see you sweat. And that's going to be to your benefit, too, when you visit us at Jacob Title and the Stanton Law Firm. Our website online is jacobtitle.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Green Gate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
All right, welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Before we get you into Class 3A scores, we mentioned in Class 4A, Westminster Christian a winner tonight at home, 35-13 over Oak Grove. Our good friend Jimmy Leif, Mail.com, has been patiently waiting joins us now on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show hotline. Jimmy, good evening. Another big night for the Wildcats. Another big night for Brandon Mush.
It turned out to be a big night, but I tell you what, you got to give Oak Grove a lot of credit. Those guys came ready to play. Westminster started strong. They got off to a 14-0 start. Looked like they might blow them away. But they had a high snap on a punt right before the end of the half, and Oak Grove got it. Next play, they score, cut the lead to 14-7 at the half. Took the second half kickoff, and I thought that they changed uniforms with Priceville because they got into the Priceville offense and just started going. They went 69 yards in 14 plays, took over 7 minutes off the clock, and could have tied the game, but they went for two, didn't get it. But in the fourth quarter, Westminster owned the fourth quarter. The defense held Oak Grove to only 15 yards the entire fourth quarter, while they scored 21 points and put the game away. But, yeah, Brandon, it was a good night. It wasn't a great night, but if you talk to Coach LeBlanc, he'll tell you when you get to the second round, it's a great night. And so I know those guys are excited to be able to and get to host. Next week they'll get to host Deschler.
Yeah, I'm looking at the brackets right now, and of that region, Westminster Christian moves on, as does Priceville tonight with a big road win over Dora.
Yeah, I thought that Region 8 had a chance to sweep tonight. I know Randolph got off to a good start. They were up 14-0. I think it was 21 at the half, and I guess they ended up on the losing end of a 41-21 game, but they played good enough to probably win that game. I don't know what happened in the second half with them. And then North Jackson, I guess Haleyville was just a little bit too much, for them, but good to see, Priceville go on the road and beat a very good Dora team. But I tell you what, this Westminster, they did not play their best game, and they still won by 3 touchdowns. That tells you what a good team that they have, and really the defense. Everybody wants to complain about the defense. They give up too many points. Not tonight. They gave up 185 total yards, and one of the touchdowns they gave up was basically off of a turnover. So you really got to give it to that defense. Brandon, he had his yards tonight and then 5 touchdowns, but the defense really won it for the Wildcats tonight.
All right, Jimmy. Jimmy Lay from AL.com with us. What else can the readers expect to see from AL.com here in a little bit?
Well, I was really hoping that Scottsboro could pull it off against Moody, so I'll be writing a little bit about that game. A little bit about, I know Oxford, beat Athens.
Yeah.
Madison Academy did what Madison Academy does, and I'll be writing about that. And their big matchup next week with Mars Hill. They get to host Mars Hill next week. Everybody's been looking forward to that for probably all season. Just didn't know what would happen in the second round of the playoffs. But that's pretty much what I'll be concentrating on after I finish writing this Westminster article.
All right. Well, we'll let you go so you can get doing that. Busy night ahead. Jimmy Lay, AL.com. As always, thank you for taking time out with us.
You got it.
All right. Jimmy Lay with us there from AL.com. Check his stuff out. He's kind enough to join us while he gets ready to do all that stuff for the rest of the night. And he did kind of mention there real fast the Randolph at home tonight, taking on Corner. The Raiders, they'll come up on the short end, 42-21. For those in the Huntsville audience, they heard it on 97.7 ESPN, the Zone 3. Judy Arman with us real fast to help us break that one down. 42-21, Randolph comes up on the short end.
Yeah, they did, Scott. It was a tough second half. The Raiders got off. You heard Jimmy say I was sending him updates. They got off to a 14-0 start. They scored on their first 2 possessions. It was Graham Beatty did a great job on a long catch and run of 56 yards to set them up at the goal line. It was run in by William Mitchell to take a 7-0 lead. Then they followed it up. They were able to get a stop and force a rare punt that was because Priceville, or excuse me, I say Priceville because Corner's style is a lot like Priceville's. Corner came out throwing the ball on the first possession. It was a little bit strange because they were averaging 7 yards a carry as a team with over 2,000 rushing yards as a unit. and they had thrown for about 1,500, but they went 0-3, 3 straight incompletions, and they punted, and then the Raiders scored a goal at 14-0. But then they went back to why they're good, which is running the football directly with their quarterback Connor, who's a senior, who did an outstanding job in the second half. And once they got into a rhythm there with Braden Connor. I mean, it was it was like a 3-man rotation running the football. It was Braden Connor with direct runs, and then they used the senior Calvin Taylor, who had a 43-yard burst in the second half for a touchdown, and then the young sophomore, he's going to be a really good player, Spencer Unruh, did a great job running the football. And then they would supplement it every now and then. They would, once they got the running game going, they would use bootlegs and waggles to their big tight ends. And I'm telling you what, Coach Lloyd told me this in the this week. They're an unusual team from the standpoint, you're talking about big blocking tight ends that you don't – in high school football, everything's spread now, so you don't see a lot of these big tight ends. They've got big physical tight ends, and certainly they were able to get one in for a touchdown. Brody Dunlap from about 6 yards out, the number 14, he had a touchdown catch. They didn't throw the ball much. They didn't have to. They controlled the tempo in the second half. They scored 3 straight times in the first half to go up 21-14 after a 2-point conversion. Our Raiders, did a great job of driving in the last 2 minutes, and Hunter Wiggins had a second touchdown catch, a leaping grab in the back of the end zone, tied the game, and then the Raiders had a nice defensive stand to keep it tied going into the locker room. But for the first time really this year in a close game, the other team came out and controlled the tempo and was just able to run the football and control the clock. And as you know, I'm just now thawing out. It was cold. It ended up raining on us. We apologize. We lost the end of the broadcast there, but we did the best we could, and certainly so did the Randolph Raiders. I mean, I was just sort of totaling this up, Scott.
Yeah.
The Randolph Raiders, they end up 6-5, but some 6-5s aren't equal to others because the combined record of the teams that they lost to, is 48-5. So that's and only one of them did not reach the round of 16, and that was the Fairview Aggies. So I know you guys have been given the scores. I think it was 22-14 John Carroll in that game. So Fairview did not advance, but we all know our Mustangs already did from our radio network. Madison Academy is very impressive. They win. And they advance, so that you got to tip your hat to them. Certainly, you got to tip your hat to Corner for winning tonight, no doubt about it. And then, of course, Westminster, we heard Jimmy, they've already advanced. So this is they played some really good football teams. And West Morgan, of course, they've got one of the best offenses in the state. And that'll be a fascinating matchup of tempos next week as West Morgan will play Corner. Corner's going to want to slow it down. West Morgan can score with anybody, and so that'll be an interesting matchup. And then you got to give it up for Priceville, 18-14. They pull it off against Dora on the road.
All right, Drudy Armand with us here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We're on in Shoals and we're on in Gaston and Anniston. When we get back, we're going to break down more scores. We're going to pick up with our 3A scores. We got a lot more to get to. Plus, we got to set the brackets for round 2.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at North Alabama Mortgage. Are you thinking about home improvements? Well, use your equity now and refi later. Or use your equity to eliminate consumer debt forever, then refi to a lower rate and shorter term when rates drop. North Alabama Mortgage can also help you if you're thinking about buying an investment property or a second home at the lake or the beach or in the mountains. We have great programs to make that happen. Visit NorthAlabamaMortgage.com to learn more. That's NorthAlabamaMortgage.com.
Here's Bobby White from Woody Anderson Ford on their service department.
President's Award winner 2 years in a row. That's only given to the top 10% of Ford dealers in customer satisfaction. So we're very proud of the service department. And our body shop. If you happen to get into an accident, which not a lot of people just want to go down and see a body shop, but if you get into an accident, award-winning body shop. We have the state-of-the-art paint booths back there. They're waterborne paints that we use, friendly for the environment. We've got our production system, the way things are in and out. We have the fastest cycle rate in town of getting your vehicle in, getting your vehicle out, and assured that it's fixed right. We take pictures before it's wrecked, and not only after, but we take it as we're putting the parts on. All done to above industry standards. So I'm proud of our body shop too. Don't forget our parts department. So if you happen to need parts, performance parts, or just parts if you're a weekend mechanic.
Woody Anderson Ford, located at the corner of Jordan and Sparkman, as well as Hughes Road and Madison. You can also check out the great deals at WoodyAndersonFord.com.
Did you know the state's top-ranked private school is here in Huntsville? What about one of the nation's few Orton-Gillingham Academy accredited schools? At Randolph School, our experienced teachers and coaches challenge and nurture students as they prepare for college and life. Our pre-K through 12 school includes Green Gate School at Randolph, serving students with dyslexia. Parents, we know that you are your child's biggest advocate, and we invite you to explore your education options. Schedule a tour at randolphschool.net.
Don't let your back or neck pain get in the way. Get back to doing the things you love with the spine and neuro team from Huntsville Hospital. As the most experienced in the area, we have been improving lives in North Alabama for more than 50 years. Whether your favorite fishing hole is on Wilson Lake in the Shoals, Flint Creek, or Lake Gunnersville, Spine and Neuro is nearby to get you back to your best. Visit us online at spineandneuro.com to learn more.
Listen each Friday to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All right, welcome back to the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. Let's get you right into Class 3A scores.
Class 3A scores.
All right, Winfield takes care of business tonight at home against Culver County, 43-21. Ninth-ranked Sylvania shuts out Vinemont, 41-0. Fourth-ranked Mars Hill gets by Oakman, 63-7. Second-ranked Madison Academy gets by Hoax Bluff, 57-20. That means next week in the round of 16, we get Madison Academy and Mars Hill Bible, a matchup we've all been waiting for. How about JB Pennington and Piedmont? What do we got there, JB? I thought I had every score on my sheet.
Two.
But JB Pennington and Piedmont.
Piedmont was a winner, 44-14 over Pennington.
All right, so Piedmont goes on the road and gets a win over JB Pennington. Piedmont, a perennial state power there. Fifth-ranked Lauderdale County, boy, they win the region. Looking good tonight against Fayette County. They're at home, 35-14. Eighth-ranked Geraldine at home. No problems with Susan Moore in the first round, 56-14. Third-ranked Gordo at home. No problems with Phil Campbell, 56-6. Randolph County and W.S. Neal. This one goes Randolph County's way, 48-36. All right, Class 2A we go.
Class 2A scores.
All right, Class 2A first round, 10th ranked Sullivan at home taking on Hatton. Sullivan too much, 43-12 the final. 6th ranked Locust Fork at home taking on North Sand Mountain, and Locust Fork all over this one, 54-7. Lexington and Aliceville, let's give it up for the Golden Bears. They get it done tonight, 28. Second-ranked Fife, it's postseason time. The defending 2A champions, woo, they get it done with a shutout win tonight over Weston, 48-0. Fifth-ranked Pisgah at home over Pleasant Valley. They get it 44-20. Tanner, this one here. Tanner was trailing in this one last night. We go all the way back. Tanner was trailing 34-8, I believe it was, to Lexington during the regular season. Tanner comes back. Don't sleep on the Rattlers. Not until the clock has hit zeros.
Win and survive.
Because Tanner gets a win 64-55. Southeastern over Collinsville 28-21. 8th-ranked Tuscaloosa Academy at home tonight taking on Red Bay. Tuscaloosa Academy, they're 8th ranked for a reason. They get it done 35-16. Class 1A we go.
Class 1A scores.
All right, South Lamar over Meek 32-14. Wadley over Cedar Bluff 62-10. It's Pickens County on the road over Addison tonight 32-20. 8th-ranked Decatur Heritage stumbles at home tonight against Winterboro 42-37. Valley Head over Raglan 30-14. Hackleburg, 10th-ranked Hackleburg at home. Too much for Marion County 47-8. Coosa Christian and Spring Garden.
We finally got a final on this. Coosa Christian blanks Spring Garden 28-0 on the road.
All right, and then 5th-ranked Lynn at home against Shoals Christian, 53-7 winners there. All right, so we have gone through every score. 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A. Now we need to go in. We need to go through some more scores, but we also need to set up the brackets for you going forward, okay? So here is how the 7A brackets look after tonight. It was a tough night once again for North Alabama. Vestavia, Hills, and Thompson will meet in the next round. Hoover and Hewitt-Trussville will meet. For the rest of 7A, Central Phoenix City was a winner tonight. Auburn was a winner. So it's Central Phoenix City, Auburn, Mary G. Montgomery, and Enterprise remaining down there in the south end of the bracket. Up here on the north end side, Hoover will take on Hewitt-Trussville. Thompson will take on Vestavia. That is how Class 7A looks. Now in Class 6A, here's how your Class 6A brackets look. There's a lot of North Alabama flavor still left in Class 6A. Now, Clay Chalkville and Mountain Brook will meet, with Clay Chalkville being at home. But Fort Payne going to pack up the Wildcat bus. They're going to travel over to take on Muscle Shoals next week. Muscle Shoals, again, a winner over Pinson Valley, 42-7. Fort Payne, a winner over Mortimer Jordan, 48-25. So Muscle Shoals and Fort Payne will hook up. Then you have Gadsden City and Hartselle. Gadsden City a 44-16 winner. Hartselle a 28-18 winner tonight. Gadsden City will be at home. Hartselle traveling to take on Gadsden City. Old Blake Tapscott, you better get those Hartselle Tigers ready. They're going to need everybody. I mean everybody against Gadsden City. You got Oxford going to go on the road to take on Parker in round 2. So it's Yellow Jackets there. Now the rest of Class 6A on the south end of the state, it's Saraland and Briarwood Christian still meeting. Hillcrest and Helena will meet. Benjamin Russell and Hueytown will meet. Pike Road and Spanish Fort will take a meeting there. Now how about Class 5A? The Gunnersville Wildcats. They were victorious. They get it done. 31-7 over Springville. They will entertain John Carroll, who stunned Fairview tonight, 22-14. Gunnersville head coach Lance Reese kind enough to join us on the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show Hotline. Coach, congratulations. 31-7 winners tonight in round 1. You get to move on to round 2.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a good win for us. Springville had a really good team. They had won their last 3 in the row, and they were running the double slot option attack. So we really got our offense going and kind of got a lead early, and that's what we needed to do against that style of offense they ran. So really proud of our guys on both sides of the ball, and it's great to be advancing.
Yeah, I was going to say, getting off to a fast start in the playoffs, always a big help. 24-0 at the half. But in the postseason play, it's all about the defense as well. And you got to like that defense pitching that shutout for 3 quarters.
Yeah, we were, we're really happy about our effort on defense, and we had seen a very similar offense in Scottsboro, who's a team in our region. So I felt like that kind of aided us with our guys being familiar with that option attack. And then on offense, we got Julian Jordan back and Andy Nelson. They combined for I think over 300 yards of rushing. So to have that kind of versatility in 2 guys, we've got a lot of confidence in, along with our receiving core. Really good to see all those guys get touches on offense.
Well, now you move on. You get John Carroll at home next week in round 2.
Yeah, I think we're actually going on the road.
Oh, okay.
John Carroll, because they played at Fairview tonight and then they won. So I believe this will be the first time that we've ever been to John Carroll. So anytime you're going to that Birmingham region and going on the road, it's always going to be a great challenge. So we're going to have a really good week of practice to get ready for them.
All right. Lance Reeves, head coach of the Gunnersville Wildcats, joining us on the phone lines. Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. Best of luck in round 2.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, got to keep. We're moving along tonight, man. This is playoff time. We're saving the best for everything. We're rocking and rolling tonight. Hey, Class 2A, the Fife Red Devils. They looked awfully impressive again tonight. They get a shutout win, 48-0 over West End tonight. And if you look at the Class 2A brackets, what is up next for the Fife Red Devils? Well, they will get Lexington, who got a 54-28 win tonight over Aliceville. And the Fife Red Devil head coach Paul Benefield kind enough to join us now as well. Coach, congratulations. It's always great to come out in the playoffs and play very well. Your team built a 34-0 halftime lead tonight. That's awfully impressive.
Well, thank you. We played pretty well, and it's just got to just keep grinding and trying to get better every week, and keep everybody's eyes focused on one game at a time, and that's what we try to preach to our guys, and hopefully we do that.
Coach, what is it? 14-0. What was it tonight that was working well offensively for you guys?
Well, we threw the ball tonight pretty good. Something we don't ever do, but that's what was opening up sometimes. So that's what we did. But just playing really good defense, got good field position, and special teams was pretty good tonight too. So just proud of my guys for getting that win and being able to advance.
Defensively, Coach, how important is it to have that defense play the way they do, especially when it comes time for the playoffs?
Well, that's something that we try to put first all the time is defense, because in the end that's going to win the games for you. And although some of the scores this year don't sound like much defense going on, but we still try to work extremely hard on that side of the ball.
Well, Coach, you get Lexington next. I know that their game just went final, but what do you know about Lexington right now?
Nah, not a thing. I try to coach Fife, and I don't worry about them. But,
yeah,
we'll know more tomorrow or day after or sometime. But don't know a thing about them, except I know the always tough physical game. We've played them a couple of times since I've been here in the playoffs. Yeah. I think maybe they beat us over there at their place and way back when, 15, 16 years ago, I think, and then we beat them up here back 7 or 8 years ago. But always a tough game, and that's what you expect when you get through starting in the playoffs in the second round, and you're going to get tougher and tougher if you're fortunate enough and blessed enough to advance.
All right, Paul Benefield, head coach of the Fife Red Devils, kind enough to join us tonight. Coach, congratulations on the win, and best of luck next week.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Paul Benefield. And what he was alluding to was 2005. Lexington in the second round of the playoffs got the best of Fife, 24-13. And then in 2012, Fife got the better of it, 33-21. Lexington actually owns the series 2-1 against Fife. 2 wins, 1 loss. But I tell you what, I love talking to Paul Benefield. I mean, even keel.
Straight coach talk.
Even kill.
Get it over with.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, even kill right there. Let's get a break
Very
in.
mellow.
When we come back, more Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission.
Guys, music can inspire us. Let the concert quality sound system at Zoom Indoor Cycling help push you harder than you ever thought possible. No matter if you're a beginner or an experienced rider, you'll ride top-of-the-line Stages SC3 bikes as the most talented instructors in North Alabama motivate you to reach your goals.
You can do it!
Guys, time to find out what you're made of. Challenge your friends or just challenge yourself and get in shape at Zoom Indoor Cycling. Visit ZoomHSV.com to find out more. $2 specialty shoe rental per ride for new riders. What's better than 2 end-zone sports bars? 3 end-zone sports bars. And we have you covered with our original location on University across from Red Lobster, in Jones Valley on Cecil Ashburn near Carl T. Jones, and our newest location in the Midtown District, on McMurtry Drive opposite the Target Plaza. All locations feature the NFL Sunday Ticket, Tuesday half-price burgers, and Wednesday $1 jumbo wings all day long. You're never far from the end zone. End Zone Sports Bar.
When I chose a garage door company, I did my homework. I needed Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. They have a 5-star Google rating. I checked their reviews and liked what their customers had to say. Precision Overhead Garage Door has lifetime warranty packages. Same-day service if I call before 2 p.m. If they can't make it the same day, my service call fee the next day is waived. They did a 25-point safety inspection on the door and operator. Now that's peace of mind. Residential, commercial, and gate services. Precision Overhead Garage Door Service. Call 256-400-4500.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. If you've been injured and need a lawyer right now, do you know who you really get?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. You want to talk to your lawyer. My clients talk to me.
And me. I'm attorney Justin Lackey. We're the ones that you talk to.
And we're the ones who handle your personal injury case.
And we'll take care of it.
The Lackey Law Firm. 1-800-4RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
As the calendar turns to November, we thank Thanksgiving, and for that we have plenty to be thankful for. As we gather with family and friends, it's a good time to make sure your heating and cooling units are up to speed. Thomas from Talent Heating and Air with us. Thomas, if you're tired of all of that from all the other companies, give Talent Heating and Air a call.
That's right. If you're tired of hearing a bunch of, give us a call at 256-503-4490. We're still out running our special. We can come out, check out your system, make sure it's ready for heating season, and we can do that free gas inspection with that tune-up.
You can also find Talent Heating and Air online at
talenthvac.com.
Don't let any of those other companies jive turkey talk you into expenses you don't need. Give Talent Heating and Air a call today.
I'm pretty sure that you called me a jive turkey.
No, now, Lou. Nobody called anyone a JT.
Jive turkey is a little over the line, my man.
AL cert number 21014.
Your home of the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
You chill out when you're supposed to chill out. You work when you're supposed to work. You don't chill out when you're supposed to be working.
97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
All right, welcome back. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Tyson, Trudy Harmon. Welcome. Scott Tyson, Trudy Harmon.
There it goes.
That's what we do.
It's been a long night, Scott.
That's what we do in the
but
mornings.
Not that long.
I just rattled that one. Didn't even think about that one. Anyway, Scott Tyson, Chad Guathney, Brian Temple holding serve Another 10 minutes here for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. 105.9 WKLS, 104.7 WLAY, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. We're on all across North Alabama with the show. We appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. And I tell you what, we went through the 7A and the 6A. What about the 5A brackets? The rest of the brackets, Boaz going to take on Pleasant Grove because Boaz got by Southside tonight 10-7. Pleasant Grove over Lawrence County. So it's Boaz versus Pleasant Grove in round 2. Gunnersville, John Carroll in round 2. Russellville gets a win over Fairfield 38-21. Moody over Scottsboro. So Russellville and Moody set to meet in round number 2. Ramsey and Leeds will meet in round 2. Leeds got a win over Arab 33-7. Ramsey shutting out West Point 50-0. All right, so let's delve into Class 4A. Let's look at the brackets here. What do we have coming up in Class 4A? Cherokee County and Haleyville will meet in round 2. Of course, Cherokee County over Central Florence. Haleyville over North Jackson tonight. It's going to be Corner and West Morgan in round 2. Corner stings Randolph at home 42-21. West Morgan shuts out Etowah 56-0. Deschler and Westminster Christian Academy in round 2. Westminster over Oak Grove 35-13. Deschler over Fultondale 43-27. We keep moving on to the bracket. Priceville and Brooks. Priceville goes on the road tonight, gets a win over Dora 18-14. Brooks gets a win over Aniana 56-42. So Priceville and Brooks will meet. How about Class 3A? We have Winfield and Sylvania for round 2. Sylvania over Vinemont, 41-0. Winfield over Colbert County, 43-21. And then you have the game that a lot of people have triple circled on the schedule. Madison Academy over Hoax Bluff, 57-20. Mars Hill Bible over Oakman, 63-7. Mars Hill Bible and Madison Academy in round 2. Don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But boy, oh boy, Sylvania and Winfield, Mars Hill Bible, Madison Academy in that bottom end of that bracket. Wow, that is a tough road to toe. You got Piedmont and Lauderdale County meeting each other in round 2. Piedmont over J.B. Pennington, 44-14. Lauderdale County over Fayette County, 35-14. So those two will hook up. Then you have Geraldine and Gordo meeting in round 2. Gordo over Phil Campbell, Geraldine over Susan Moore. Let's jump down into the 2A bracket here. In 2A, Sulligent and Locust Fork will meet each other. Locust Fork over North Sand Mountain, 54-7. Sulligent over Hatton, 43-12. Lexington over Aliceville. Fife over West End. Fife and Lexington set to meet. Tanner and Pisgah will meet in round 2. Tanner over Lamar County. Pisgah over Pleasant Valley. Tuscaloosa Academy and Southeastern, they're going to meet each other. That's the Class 2A bracket. Chad, what does Class 1A look like?
In Class 1A, in the bottom of the bracket right now, you've got South Lamar will be meeting Wadley after South Lamar wins 32-14 and Wadley a winner 62-10. Winterboro was a winner 42-37 over Decatur Heritage. They will meet Pickens County, who was a winner 32-20 over Addison. Valleyhead was a winner 30-14 over Raglan. Valleyhead will play Hackleburg, who was a winner 47-8 over Marion County. Coosa Christian blanks Spring Garden 28-0. Coosa Christian will actually play Lynn, who was a winner 53-7 over Shoals Christian.
All right, so there you go. That is the top to bottom. That is every bracket. That's every bracket from 7A to 6A. We've got you through everything, so let's just run down every score that we have again, just to run it all down as fast as we can because we only have a few minutes left. But let's get you caught up in case you missed anything. Vestavia Hills over Austin, 38-17. Thompson over Florence, 42-0. Hewitt-Trussville over Bob Jones, 56-14. Hoover over James Clemens, 42-16. Class 6A. What do you got? Oh, you got it?
Yeah, sorry, I had it on the other side. I had it in front of me, but I had it on the other side. I apologize.
It's one of those nights.
So if we're going down through the whole thing,
just Class 6A.
Mountain Brook, we've got Mountain Brook will take on Clay Chalkville. Fort Payne will take on Muscle Shoals. Hartselle will take on Gadsden City. Oxford's going to take on Parker. You got Spanish Fort meeting Pike Road. Hueytown plays on Benjamin Russell. Helena's going to take on Hillcrest Tuscaloosa, and Briarwood will take on Saraland.
Begun in Class 5A. You got Pleasant Grove, a winner over Lawrence County tonight, 49-17. Boaz over Southside, 10-7. John Carroll over Fairview, 22-14. Gunnersville over Springville, 31-7. Moody over Scottsboro, 28-10. Russellville over Fairfield, 38-21. Leeds over Arab, 33-7. Ramsey over West Point, 50-0. Class 4A. Chad.
In Class 4A, Haleyville was a winner 33-14. They will take on Cherokee County, who was a winner 56-28 over Central Florence. And Corner was a winner 42-21 over Randolph. Corner will meet West Morgan, who was a winner 56-0 over Etowah. Deschler 43, Fultondale 27. They will meet Westminster Christian, who was a winner 35-13 over Oak Grove. And Brooks was a winner 56-42 over Aniana. They play Lynn, who was a winner 53-7.
All right, not much time left. I want to invite everyone to make sure you join us back here next week. Next week, round 2 of the high school football playoffs, looking like it's going to be our final week here for the Woody Anderson Ford High School Football Scoreboard Show, powered by the Huntsville Sports Commission. So make sure you join us next week for round 2. Make sure you check us out on Facebook and Twitter at 977 ESPN. If you want to go back, watch the show over again, you can. In case you missed any of the scores, head to our YouTube page, WZZN TV, and you can find it all there, all across North Alabama. I want to thank everyone listening to us on 105.9 WKLS, 104.7 WLAY, and everybody in the Rocket City and the surrounding areas on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. For Scott Tyson, I'm Scott Tyson. For Chad Wathney and Brian Temple, so long. See everybody back here next Friday.
Guys, music can inspire us. Let the concert quality sound system at Zoom Indoor Cycling help push you harder than you ever thought possible.